is
Man,
a
I'm
good
saying
list.
Yapstam.
A good 3, I reckon.
Okay.
3.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. How many Liverpool ones reckon in there?
Don't touch me now. Alright, number 10 on our 10 best centre backs in Premier League history
Interesting. I missed the top 10.
is, I want to say, the only person on this list to not win the Premier League.
Liverpool. Carragher.
Marcel Desailly.
Oh.
I don't think he won it.
I wouldn't have put him
I
on
don't
my
think
list.
he cut.
I didn't put him on my list.
I wouldn't have put him on the list.
Marcel
I had
Desailly.
him on my list.
Desailly was good at
Yes,
Chelsea.
he was.
Yes,
Wasn't he?
was.
Didn't win it.
He was cold though.
He didn't win it.
So
What
that
did he do? What FA Cup? We just argued
Yeah, so-
about how
He was good at Chelsea,
He
but
didn't do
I don't.
shit.
Obviously, I wasn't
Before
alive.
the Premier League, Marcel
I wouldn't put
Desailly
him.
was dope.
Did you
But
say Jamie Carragher?
no, I haven't got him in my list.
No, but just now, when
I thought that's because he said that hasn't won the
was,
Premier
man.
League. That's why I thought it was Jamie Carragher.
So you think?
I thought Desailly had won it. I thought Desailly had won it.
Carragher's better than Desailly?
No, I thought Desailly had won the Premier League.
Cool.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He did.
He's better than Carragher.
That's not what we're doing, bro. I
Yeah,
didn't,
but
I
he's
didn't
top
mention
10.
Carragher.
He's better than him.
Carragher's
Marcel
like-
Desailly is
You
one of
don't
the
think
best
he's
centre backs of all time. Period.
Bro,
Yeah, he
but
was
when
good.
he came to the
He was
Premier
good.
League,
He was
was,
sick in the
didn't
Premier League.
No, he weren't. No,
John
he
Terry
weren't.
and
No,
John Terry and Marcel Desailly.
But Agger was.
Desailly and Leboeuf.
But Agger was.
Yeah, Agger was. Yes, he
Agger
was.
was better in the Premier League than Desailly.
Agger didn't make my list either, bro.
Is he better than Desailly?
Is he better than Desailly?
In the
Not-
Premier League?
In the Premier League, yes.
See, the way they're overreacting, Desailly was clearly better than. Desailly was clearly the better player, the better.
No, he wasn't.
Chatting shit. No, he wasn't.
He was.
Shearer was captain in '98.
Oh, yeah. Well, Shearer has been England captain.
I would never remember that.
Tony Adams was in World Cup '98.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
Got torn
wasn't
up.
alive.
He did. He did. Argentina. What's his name? Batistuta. Hey! Oh, Crespo, or whatever his name is. No.
He said,
What is wrong with this guy?
Plus, Tony Adams' goal, 98 against
he was
Everton.
not world
The goal
class.
to win the league.
Three Arsenal fans. It's mad.
You see that list there? I think that list was pretty good. Isn't it?
Sometimes I wish I had that energy all the
Well,
time.
down to preference.
Like Nunes.
I don't think. For me, it does because I think there was 10. I found 10 players that I could have picked without putting Tony Adams on there. And I'm not. That's not to
Steve
say.
Bruce was
That's
one
not
of
to say
them.
he was rubbish. What?
Steve Bruce was one of them.
I'm not.
Steve Bruce was better than Tony Adams.
But he had a better Prem career at the time, so maybe it's jaded my memory. Don't you get
Steve
me?
Bruce used to play football?
But he weren't a better footballer.
Adams.
He weren't.
Since when?
Getting me
Fucking
upset.
boss that back line, though. That back line.
Tony
I
Adams.
just say this. But
Tony Adams ain't better than Keown.
What?
What? All right.
You think Martin Keown is better than Tony Adams?
Bro, I get
You
this
don't know
guy.
what you're talking about.
Brother, Martin Keown. Are you high, bro? I think you think Adams is Keown, cuz.
It's okay to not know what you're talking about. You saw a lot of Tony. You probably saw him win his title in '91.
When you were play in the league for 2 years and have the legendary impact that you have on it and be in the conversations like what we're having now, and it's constant, it's through everyone as well. Like I'm saying, whether
Like
he should-
Klinsmann,
whether- one
basically.
second, whether he should have been higher or not, yeah, he's made the all-time top 10, innit? So he's made his impact and his mark on the league.
So he's the
after
the
2
Torres of
seasons.
centre backs.
Sorry, what number did we have somewhere? Bullshit, man. You don't remember shit. Fuck that
Number
shit.
Bruce was.
Fuck that. You wore the same number. You know what I'm saying, innit? Stop, man. You can't remember. There's no so much about a played up memory shirt number. That's bull. I don't have that, man. You know what I'm saying? Bro, all them players you remember. What number did Adams wear? You know, that's what I'm saying. He knows. That's what I'm saying. You can't be talking with your chest.
John Terry 26, Hazard 10, 17 when he came here. Drogba, he wore number 15. Oh shit, you're right. Lunes is right. Because Drogba wore number 15 and then he went to 11. Lampard, I think Lampard always had 8. Good Johnson had 12. No, Good Johnson had 22. He's right. You remember your
Man, don't know
footballers.
his shirt number.
Nah, you're right.
I'm sorry, man.
You're right.
Do you get that?
I'm different from you. You're always watching man's back. Fuck, man.
Alright, if that's what you're saying. If that's it. Fuck.
Number 6 on our list.
He's
and we're
right.
staying in Manchester.
You always remember your favourite footballers' numbers.
Better not be
The
real.
other side of the grass.
Better not be real.
Nope. Nemanja Vidic.
You know what? Thank you, this panel. I'll have that. If I saw like third or anything, I would have said you
I
like,
would've been
oh,
upset.
wait. But around there, I hear that.
To say he's the best centre back in league is he's not, bro.
I
You have to be honest.
For me,
Honest, yeah? You know,
for me, Vidic
I
was
had him at the same place as.
Vidic was up there, but
I had him third because I just thought everyone was going to shout.
where did you have him? Yeah.
I had him third. 'cause
looking at other defenders before him and around
Number
him,
was he?
Who did it?
Oh, Miles Vidic.
Nah, he's not
it's trophies that help him. To be honest with you,
What?
trophies help Vidic out so much because he's won so much in England. Regardless, he's been here for a time with Rio Ferdinand, so it helps him out. It makes a case for him. Why the fuck is he not on your list? I don't understand that. Did you be honest?
I wasn't even looking at that on like
that
the
aside,
race.
I
I don't, bro.
I'm
Forget
not
that. We're
gonna
talking about
lie,
football.
at a
You can
point-
be racist and be a good footballer. though.
Yeah,
Let's just establish that.
You can.
Yeah, 'cause we're-
Suarez,
We're doing
Luis
strikers
Suarez.
at some point, and we're gonna have to-
Luis fucking Suarez, Luis fucking Suarez. There's something about that transfer. That transfer, I just don't. I can't even. My brain doesn't. It doesn't compute. I should be illegal. He should be in jail for doing that transfer. He should be in jail. That doesn't make sense.
Do you remember when he? Do you remember when?
Does not, it's kind of scary. Like what the
With Sven-Göran
fuck?
Eriksson for the bag.
He got bare
He got
death
that to
threats.
Arsenal, and he was Arsenal's best centre back.
I rate Dunks better than him. I back that.
Look
Dunks
at that,
comfy. Dunks playing in a lower league team. Give a lower league team Vidic today. You will never
Bare
see them in
pennies.
the top flight.
Never see them in top
Never.
flight.
Rude boy.
They need like the bigger leaders.
He's terrible.
Vidic is like David Luiz, but better, if that makes sense. But come on, man, Vidic was carried.
Look what you've gone and won.
You had
after
to,
that.
man.
But bro, it's just weird
You
though.
wanted him to stay there. and
Look,
come
look,
How's it
seventh.
weird?
I'm
though?
not
It's
saying.
football.
It's
It's
just,
football.
bro, listen to what I'm saying.
I do think from an outsider's perspective,
I'm a
if you look at Sol Campbell, that move, you do.
You know what's
have
crazy?
like-
man, it's a weird.
Looking back on it in FIFA 12, listen, it's FIFA, alright. Vidic was rated higher than Ferdinand by 2. Ferdinand was 87 rated, and then Vidic was 89 rated. But I was young, and I remember that United team. So I actually kind of see where Marx is coming from, but EA don't get ratings right. Let's be honest, they don't get ratings right. Vidic wasn't as good as a footballer like Ferdinand.
Now that lockdown's over, we're driving to the wall.
I could have smoked. Probably be finished like, oh, don't finish on egg. I wake up, I'll be back at home.
Let's turn this car around.
Yeah, but I'll probably be doing a big circle back at my door. See you later, bro.
Number 3 on our list is a Premier League winner, obviously. Congolese, Belgian, Vincent Kompany.
Fair play.
Big boy.
Yeah, you got top 3.
Such a leader.
Be above
Came
Southampton.
third.
It's a shame that Vincent Kompany played in the era he played in, because that's a pretty shit Premier League era. Like, this is a better Premier League era. The one before was a good Premier League era, but he was like the standout. Him and John Terry, I guess.
You say everyone was going through a transition that time.
It just Premier League was just a bit shit.
Yeah, Manchester City just had it.
When I look at Company, I see a guy that was so big. He was so big and kind of almost chubby. And whenever he ran, like his whole body would just hobble.
His head shapes are Nazar.
Oh, yeah.
His
I
head.
see him wearing a hat like Lippins. It was
Just
mad.
like
The Prada thing.
His head is too. It's like Megamind. I'm sorry. He's on. You could tell when he was like a baby. Like his head was too big for his body. Like
Sensible fucker.
you could tell his head was way too big for his body.
Nah, he's on it.
But he's the Anderlecht manager now.
And he did.
Way
They
too
finished
big.
8th last year. They're currently 8th.
And they're meant to be the best team in the country.
They've always were when I was growing up.
Wow, yeah. Anderlecht.
But he's a legend, and
Top boy.
I don't know if enough time's passed for people to truly be like, let's talk about
He gets
company
a
the
statue,
player.
100%.
A statue.
Oh yeah, he's the reason why Man City are
He deserves a statue, let's be honest, for Manchester City.
Georgie Concadzi.
definitely.
He deserves it.
How are they gonna make the body so it can hold up the head? Fucking roll.
These man are these man are violating, man.
Mark said, you can't make it out. Mark said,
His
you
head
can't
is
make it
too
out.
big.
You gotta make it out.
His head is too fucking.
Concrete body like a Marshall.
Van Dijk.
He's gonna be number one.
And get well soon, my
He's coming for
kid.
number one. Though.
Get well
Definitely.
soon.
It's one of
When
them.
COVID
He ain't
hits
seeing
up.
this. He's not gonna see this.
You know what it was? Yeah?
Don't do that.
Rio was cold, yeah.
Of course he is.
But Rio was like, I don't think there's been a centre back in the Prem where it's just like, yeah, cool. Ultimately, I'm not even gonna care when my centre forward does nothing against him. It's like it's a given. Like you in the air, trying to do him for pace, even his footballing ability.
Van Dijk.
I think with Van Dijk, it was when I saw him play Pepe, Arsenal, and the way Van Dijk kind of had to like figure out what to do and try and defend it. And that's when I realized, okay, Van Dijk is a good defender here because no other player has really made him feel like this. So calm and composed. And then even still, he had Pepe. He had him. Pepe didn't score.
He's one of the most watchable players.
Didn't get an assist.
And he's a centre back, yeah.
Then Arsenal lost like 2-0.
But I think the reason he'll catch Rio is because of that, innit? And even the way football's
think he'll
changed
catch
now, innit? He will, man.
He will never catch Rio.
He's got one Champions League already. That's all Rio's got.
Oh shit, yeah.
This guy's
Then he went to Southampton.
I'll say the same thing about James Tavernier.
No, and then he comes
He's
to
a
the
good
Prem, he
player.
comes to Southampton, and then
Yeah.
he just
And he was sick. He was sick.
Southampton had a great team.
Although you're saying he shouldn't have made a big move when he was at Southampton.
No, I don't think he should have made a big move.
Nah,
I think
no, but
Southampton
at the same time,
was the
when he
right
went
move
to
for him.
Southampton-
Was the right move for him at the time. That Southampton team, people forget, that Southampton team had Mane, Van Dijk, Lallana. It had Pochettino at one point. Because Pochettino wasn't at Tottenham all the time. He was at Southampton. Yeah, Southampton really helped him. Big time.
He was
They were
right.
decent.
Nah,
They were
he was way
like
bigger
they were
than
like
him.
decent as
He
well.
should have made a big move.
Yeah, that's what I think.
He wasted 2 years of his
Yes,
career.
he did,
What, from
bro.
Celtic?
He
What?
did. He did. Because when he went there, you can't say he wasted
But
it. 'cause
Southampton
listen,
were-
He didn't waste it. If anything, Celtic made him better.
I think he wasted 2 years.
Southampton was just it was just waiting to happen. Like, somebody was gonna get this guy.
Where they are, innit? Yeah. At the same time, it is SPL, innit? So you need to come over here and do something to prove that it might not work.
Yeah, but I think-
it's right. It's
No,
gonna work.
he didn't have
So
a
I think
choice.
the Southampton
He
move
didn't have
was
a
good.
choice.
I think it was a great
I think
move.
he was ready to play for
Yeah,
a
he
top
was,
Premier League
he
team when he
was.
joined
Because he
Southampton.
wasn't.
No one wanted him.
But no one was willing to.
No one wanted him. No.
The bigger teams want to watch him in the league, innit? The bigger teams want to
No,
watch
they
him
were
and
wrong.
see if he can
They were
handle it.
wrong.
See if he can do it.
They were wrong.
No, but I don't think it would have taken a rocket scientist to see that this youth was the truth.
The big teams were wrong. I'm just saying the big teams were wrong.
100.
I get it. I get it. He becomes.
I think that 2 years at Southampton put him in good stead and made him ready for that.
Of course, but he was ready
You can't say
anyway.
that. You
But
know
you
what?
can't say
He was kind of ready anyways.
What I can
He was
say,
kind of
got
ready
30 million
anyways.
pounds after what? 2.5 seasons.
2.5 seasons, yeah. He went in January.
No, it ain't. 'Cause put it this
Alan Shearer done that. Andy Cole done that.
way, yeah. If he didn't, you're saying that if he didn't go,
Southampton, Blackburn.
Shearer's irrelevant. Shearer's irrelevant.
Why are you talking about Shearer, man?
The way I get that it's a nice story. He went to Southampton, proved himself there. I get it. For £13 million.
Yeah, but if he goes to Liverpool 2 years prior before he goes to Southampton, is it going to be the same Liverpool? Or they're going to go on to win the
Virgil.
In my opinion, but me personally, Southampton made it easier for him. I think it's ignorant to say, oh, he was ready from Celtic. No, he was not ready from Celtic. You're smoking crack if you think he was ready from Celtic. The Premier League will kill you. The Premier League, like, it will kill you. Yes, he was big and physical and strong, but he needed to learn how to be big and physical and strong and be comfortable playing against Premier League like players, like the mid-table ones, like the top ones. Like, he knows how to defend now. Like, the Premier League, if you can't hit it, it will chew you up and spit you out. Like, the Premier League is vile. Because what was it? Thiago Silva on his debut, One of the best centre backs I've ever seen in my entire life. What did he do on his debut? He has the ball on his feet. The ball slips under him. He's just complacent. He thinks it was Serie A. He thought it was like Ligue 1. You can't do that here. And I think Van Dijk being at Southampton, having goals go against him, it was teaching him like a lesson. Like, oh, this is how you defend. Because he was conceding. It's Southampton. He was conceding. But we all know what happens when you take a good player to a good team. They perform well. And Liverpool's the perfect example of that. Van Dijk, Southampton, clean sheets for days. Wijnaldum from Newcastle. I remember one game he scored 4 goals for Newcastle. Thinking who's gonna buy this guy? What do you know? Liverpool. Lallana at the time. Liverpool. Mo Salah, he flopped at Chelsea, Fiorentina, then went to Roma, then went to Liverpool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the Premier League proven argument is such an important argument. I look at Kai Havertz at Chelsea. He's struggling, fam. He needs more. He needs years. He's not ready. But we took the risk. But Timo Werner looks more ready than him, more sharper. But I feel like Kai Havertz needs to like really figure out, yo, if I want to be a 10, I really gotta get assists to my name and goals to my name. If I need to change my game and be more of an 8, like a number 8, then I need to run more. I need to tackle more. I need to get fitter. And I think he's learning the hard way right now. Because he will be on the bench. He's too fucking light. He's too light, too skinny. He's tall though, but he's just... I'm proving my point. Like, you need Premier League years. Look at Diego Jota. Wolverhampton for like a year. Look at him all firing. Like, you need it.
Van Dijk, Virgil van Dijk is the same Virgil van Dijk if he goes to Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, United, City.
Some players.
Nah.
You see, when you talk like Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United, Man City.
I think you step up again.
You can't learn on the pitch.
What are you talking?
You can't. You understand what I'm saying?
What he's good at is
Wait,
it
can I
comes
finish?
naturally.
Let me land. This is why so many players at Man United, when they're in the transition, ain't working. And same as Arsenal.
Yeah.
You can't learn on
True.
the pitch.
Very true.
No
Luns is
time.
speaking
In that
facts.
time,
He's speaking facts.
You
can't say
at
that
time,
because
2
Trent
years
went on the pitch.
He's speaking facts.
He learned in our academy. He knows the way of playing. He knows our gaffer.
Yeah, but
It's
he's
all
still
the
learning.
same. No, it's all the same. It's all one roof. You can come in.
It's all on roof. He's right. He's right. He's right.
He brought Joe Gomez from Charlton.
Yeah, no, it's
But he didn't
exactly.
come and walk into our
That's why it
team.
don't make no sense.
He ain't walk into the team.
Because listen, look,
Who's to
listen,
say
get
Virgil van
Robertson
Dijk
from
had to
there.
walk
Who did
into
you
a
get
team?
Robertson from?
Bro,
You get me? So it's
he didn't walk into our team
not
either.
about walking into the team, bro.
He had to learn, bro.
about
He's still
So
learning
you're
though.
trying to tell me
He had to
if
learn.
he
He had to learn.
Southampton, he wouldn't have ended up at Liverpool.
I'm
not
telling
saying
you.
It wasn't a bad move, but
I
he
didn't get to
have
land,
do
so
it.
you lot just not even getting what I'm saying. You lot answering.
Is that, well, maybe he didn't have to do
because
it.
you lot
but
keep on jumping
I'm
in.
with Mods. I think him staying there for the extra 2 years and learning his craft in the Premier League, coming from
Alright,
Scotland.
And maybe the point
to
that
the
you
Premier
tried to make
League.
earlier was, well, if he'd done it straight away, he wouldn't have been walking into the same Liverpool team
Yeah.
2 years
He
earlier.
wouldn't have been Liverpool. Could have been any team. Could have been any team.
Exactly, but and he might not have been the same.
You
centre back
gotta
he is
learn.
today.
You can't learn on the
Because
pitch.
I'm telling you this for a
All
fact.
big
yeah?
teams that buy players and
Brother,
throw them in.
You know why that's air?
Whack.
Because you
Why?
see the same season Southampton bought Liverpool.
Yeah.
Bigger teams bought other centre. Southampton bought Liverpool. Southampton bought Van Dijk.
Yeah.
Bigger teams bought other centre backs. He's shitting on all of them now.
Who?
It's not because he went to South.
Who? We didn't buy any centre backs. Arsenal buy centre backs. You're talking about yourselves. And look how that turned out. No Premier League experience. Look how that's turned out. You need it. Like,
Southampton. That's just because he's better than them.
you need it.
Facts. So that means he didn't.
Do I have to run down the names?
Imagine you got Van Dijk. You wouldn't be.
Mustafi,
Imagine Lindelof went to Southampton.
Lindelof at United. He'd be better. No, Lippy. He would be so much better though. He would be so much better. I'm telling you. he would be so much better. It doesn't need to be Van Dijk. He can be Victor Lindelof. He could be Mertesacker. Oh my God, Mertesacker. He could be Mustafi. He could be Gabriel, Pablo Mari. He could be Nathan. What destroys my argument is Nathan Ake, because Nathan Ake was at Bournemouth. He was sick, but the team got relegated. So was he really sick? Then goes to Manchester City, and I'm not gonna lie, he's struggling right now. So that makes your argument. But there are more examples of just being Premier League proven, and just instead of just buying someone from Brazil or someone from Germany and thinking that they'll fix the thing. It's more of, I think people have forgotten it's a more riskier option than to get someone within the league and elevate. Imagine you're a team, yeah, and you didn't really have creativity, and you're looking for someone for creativity, i.e. Manchester United. Let's say Manchester United didn't have Bruno Fernandes, yeah, at this moment of time, and they needed creativity. Jack Grealish would be an excellent recruitment, a good recruitment. Jack Grealish would be such a sick recruitment. He can play cam, and then he can play wing. He'll be like 25, 27. Premier League years under his belt, like experience. He'd be ready. But these times you sign Van der Beek, you sign Bruno Fernandes is hitting the ground running. He's another anomaly. Like, he's rare. That's sick. Paul Pogba clearly hasn't hit the ground running. But you sign Van der Beek, you sign people like Martial, you sign people like what's his name? Wan-Bissaka. Like, sometimes you need somebody who's proper Premier League proven, not just 1 year. You need 2 years, 3 years. I think big clubs have forgotten what it's like to
I figured out what Lewis is saying.
go for seasoned, proper, experienced talent within their own league. And now they're so horny to get a young superstar to nurture.
We were talking about a player, on a certain episode. We were talking about, is he ready for whatever, innit?
Sionchu.
Yeah, and then bigger teams.
If what's it called, got Sionchu goes to a top team now, he should be pattern. He should be pattern. He should be quality from Leicester, like what we did with Kante, and what City did with Mahrez.
Nah, but brother, he shouldn't be there, bro. He shouldn't be, brother. That's not.
They lost to Fulham the other day, though. That is a big.
Brother, they're not good. It's wrong. Because imagine.
He's injured though, no?
Van Dijk shouldn't have gone. Obviously, I'm not saying he shouldn't have
mad that
gone
he
to
went to
Southampton.
Southampton.
He didn't need to.
Because
It's one of them ones.
A club could have saved 40 mil,
Yeah.
50 mil.
I'm saying the whole 2 years at Southampton thing is a nice story. Virgil van Dijk is a pro of 4 professional full seasons by the time he gets to Southampton. Was he ready to play for another big team? Yes. Number 1 on our list was only ever going to be
My big brother.
He doesn't follow Margs.
He follows me.
Rio Ferdinand.
Does he?
The best centre back in Premier League history, according to Filthy Fellas.
Even as much as the man tried to sabotage the list, he still made it number
Best
one.
centre-back.
Number one.
Best centre back I've seen.
Best centre back I've ever seen.
No, that I've ever seen.
There was an episode.
Best I've ever seen.
I wouldn't say I've ever seen. I'd say Thiago Silva, Sergio Ramos, definitely not Boateng, no. Puyol, I like Puyol from Barcelona. Rio Ferdinand's up there though, he's up there, but not the best I've ever seen, me personally. Maldini, yeah, Maldini.
VVD over Rio Ferdinand.
Who said that?
I reckon you partnered.
He's gone.
If that is a partnership, I think nothing breaches.
Oh, we were talking about
I don't-
partnerships.
It's not going to be fair. I don't think you can partner them together.
Bro.
I wouldn't even want to watch that.
Of course
That's
it's
not
not.
fair.
And have Ashley Cole. Ashley Cole.
I don't know, man. It might be imbalanced.
Gary Neville.
Rio wouldn't play with Ashley Cole.
Oh. We have Ashley Cole on Virgil's side. We have Trent. Oh.
Certain man was saying that VVD's better than Rio Ferdinand.
Who's certain man? Put a name on it.
Oh, you was one of them.
No, listen. VVD's coming, and that's fact.
He's gonna be.
And Rio will tell you, like,
He is, man.
Rio will be open.
He's gonna get there, not
I
anytime
see Rio
soon.
on football and
You can't-
on the
it is-
TV,
it's
and he's
enjoying
being
it.
honest. He's being honest. You're not having a personal conversation. I'm talking to the YouTubers, to the
No, we're talking now. We're
I'm
talking
just
now.
to the filtheads. I'm talking to the filtheads. You know.
You don't want to be called that. It's okay. We won't
No, we
keep
won't
that
do
going.
that.
Fuck that, man.
That's not-
I don't want to be called that. What the fuck?
You know what? Rio talk about that whole 2 up top versus 1 up top thing, and how it's a bit easier for Virgil van Dijk in this era. I'm saying Rio Ferdinand.
Easier.
Oh,
But then he played
except-
against one striker as well.
Also, maybe, but if you're playing against Liverpool, you're playing against 3. So what now?
Listen, Ferdinand isn't wrong with that. I'm not gonna lie. He's not wrong with that debate. You're playing one striker nowadays. Back in the day, you're playing against duos. Like one centre back had to like mark one, and another centre back had to mark another. Come on now. It was harder back then. For sure. Had to have been.
So what now?
It's different.
Then why the fullbacks are occupying
Yeah,
the
but
wingers?
they got
Exactly.
inverted.
It was harder back
You
then.
don't watch
They're
football.
inverted, bro.
If you think Salah and Mane are
Wait, hold on.
Also,
Listen.
maybe, but if you're playing against Liverpool, you're playing against 3. So what now?
No. You're not playing against 3. No. You're not playing against 3 as a sole centre back. No, you're not. The whole unit, the whole back line is playing against those 3. No. If anything, the striker comes back in. Firmino comes back deep. But now that they got Jota, it's like somebody has to pick, because he's not coming back deep. Jota's just scoring now.
And Mane are Listen. If you think fullbacks are occupying Mane and Salah, you don't watch football.
No, you don't.
It
That's
depends.
why it's fucked up because they pin
Lose,
wingers
it's
back.
not. Wait, this
They
way.
pin wingers
They do
back,
at a
bro.
point. They do. It
That's
depends.
why it's fucked up because
Are occupying Mane and Salah, you don't watch football.
No, you don't.
It
that's
depends.
why it's fucked up because they pin
Lose,
wingers
it's
back.
not. Wait, this
They
way.
pin wingers
They do
back,
at a
bro.
point. They do at a point.
They
At a-
do.
No,
They do, of course they fucking do.
Inside.
That's it, who's
Nah,
that?
but at a
You
point,
think
they
the
back-
fullbacks are
they
marking the
back-
fullbacks.
Fam, as a fullback,
They're pinning back your
yeah,
strikers. That's
with
why
the
they stop you
inverted
from
wingers.
attacking.
Oh, wait, no,
You're the
we've
first
got
line of
a
defense.
fullback's perspective
You're the
here.
first line of defense, isn't it?
Yeah, so Mane and
boom.
Salah.
Yeah, you're the first line of defense. Innit?
Pause
You
there,
have to
press
force
high,
him.
pause.
You have to make it easier for yourself. You know that's where they're gonna go eventually.
yeah.
You know them way
To
there.
win, yeah,
You know them.
Yeah,
ones.
but
So if you watch Liverpool-
when 2 up top in a 4-4-2 swing across, then fullbacks are picking up one of the strikers.
Yeah.
It's no, but you can't say one's easier
but
than the
watch-
others.
but
It's-
you watch this.
I'm just saying, my point,
You got centre mid.
my point isn't the one's right and one's wrong, by the way. My point, my point
You've got
isn't.
centre midfielders that come in and full back and cover.
No, we could go the whole way through the
Yeah,
team, bro.
exactly.
The goalkeeper marks the striker. We can go the whole way through.
Yeah, it's good.
Listen, my point isn't that Rio's wrong.
What the fuck?
My point isn't that Rio's wrong.
Is someone getting me a cloth?
Yeah.
My point isn't that Rio's wrong. My point is that Rio is very intelligently protecting his legacy now.
Yeah.
He
Let's
is.
just put that out
He
in
is.
the universe.
Why wouldn't you?
Hey,
Why wouldn't
2
you?
strikers
I'm not
won.
gonna lie. One thing I'll say about Van Dijk, I think.
This is Rio's time, please, bro.
Yeah,
Please.
but it's man's comparing them, innit? Like, I mean Rio, sorry, not Van Dijk. What he has over Rio, like, I think he's a better footballer, like,
On the ball.
in
Who?
tighter spaces.
Who's the better footballer? Rio.
Ferdinand.
Yeah.
In tighter spaces, but
It's very close.
I'm not saying
Ferdinand was
don't
very
get it
tidy on the
twisted.
ball.
Van
Very
Dijk
tidy
is
on
Rio
the
is
ball.
a fucking
He's a-
roller
as well.
Yeah,
But
he
it's
was
just
very
my
tidy
Van
on that.
Dijk
Rio
was
is a
very,
roller.
very tidy.
So Van
Is there a better car than a Rolls
Nah, but
Royce?
He's
Probably.
more. He's
It's a Rolls
more.
Royce.
Put it this way, Van Dijk's tidy, but man, I think.
Full Fiesta? Yeah.
Because there's not that much good centre backs now.
Nah, it's not even. But even
No,
if
no,
they're
he is though.
No,
He
but
is
this way,
watchable.
Slap
There
him
isn't
in
that
any
much centre
era,
backs.
bro. Slap him in any
That's
era.
true.
He's
Yeah,
testing
yeah,
the
yeah.
top centre
Yeah,
backs
I
of that era.
agree.
That is because you got to be
He's in the
honest.
shit.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Come on, boys. Man.
What? Mad starts happening under that table, boys.
Wiped the stuff with his leg.
Oh, is that what it was?
You lot, come man. This is the last one. Let's just wrap this.
Don't
Why are you banging the table for?
stop fucking rapping, man.
No. I'm telling you.
Hey.
I'm telling you. Nah.
Virgil van...
Moons. Come on, see that one more left.
I told you all sit together.
He did say. He said swap. He said swap.
Big up, big
You remember when Rio had blonde hair and he wore that white suit with a black shirt?
Howler.
Best player in the world.
That's what I said.
At that time, best centre back in the whole world.
Blonde when you.
Nah. He went the best.
Oh, he did go blonde hair.
Lucio.
He was up there.
He was up there 100%, but Lucio was up there for me.
We walked into a tournament with the best centre back in the world, England.
Yeah.
That was
Rio Ferdinand was the best centre back in the world.
No, he wasn't.
First night.
2002.
He was the best centre
2002.
back. He was the best centre back in the world eventually, not 2002.
2006 then.
I say
Maybe.
2002.
2002.
I reckon 2002.
I say
I'm with you.
2000.
Cannavaro. He was better than Cannavaro in
I'm not rating
2002.
Cannavaro.
Nah.
I'm not rating Cannavaro.
Nesta. He was better than Nesta in 2002.
Nesta.
Put Cannavaro in that Man United team. They ain't
Yeah,
winning shit. They're not winning
shaky.
Ferdinand was the best
Rio
in
in that Juve team.
Oh wait.
Real
Walking
team.
it.
Every team.
Chatting shit.
Nah, man. Nah.
That's what. That is.
I wouldn't know, to be honest with you. I wouldn't know. No, don't call me. Don't call me that.
Oh, Nesta was better than Ferdinand.
I lie.
He was 2002. 2000. Nesta was better than Ferdinand.
No,
he was 2002. 2002. Come on. Yeah, Ferdinand becomes the best centre back in the world. He ain't no shit. I'm just saying he ain't no. Not in that blonde hair. Look at the blonde hair and the white suit. You're doing too much.
07, 08.
blonde hair and white suit. He's best centre back in the world, bro.
I think he's too young then. Yeah. Wait, come
Did
on,
you ever
Bayern
have
Munich.
blonde hair?
Yeah, Bayern.
Did you ever have blonde hair?
Do I look like a blonde hair kind
He
of man?
did. He had blue hair though.
I've never
You had blue hair?
I've never had my hair in my life.
He did. Hackney.
You know what? I'll be
Cisco
honest,
Mark,
yeah.
Cisco.
I'll be honest, yeah.
He dyed his hair green.
I've known this youth since hair.
You've had blonde
What did he
hair.
have?
Never. Until he's had the hair in a little, shape up little box.
Yeah.
The middle hairline, the tail.
I've known this since he was.
That's how my brother-
You know he's been bald so long, I can't remember his hair.
Westwood.
Oh God, and hair. I remember I used to be in barbershop to this man, you know. Fighting.
Westwood?
No, I'm on the next man.
Nah, the middle
Look at this
Westwood.
man. Man just, I don't chip. I gave him his first barley, you know. Because I need you to get the back. I'm like, right. He knew. It's a rap. He said, I need you to do the back of my head. You know what I'm saying, innit? I was like,